All right, you will remember where you were when you heard this speech tonight from the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, really introducing herself to the nation, speaking as much to Republicans and independents as she was to the Democrats who were nominating her tonight, asking Americans to remember how great their country is and to fight for its values. You're going to remember where you were on this night. This is an inflection point in history. Ari, we haven't asked you yet what you thought of the speech. What was your take?
For years, we've known her as the vice president.
Yep.
Tonight, America got to meet her for the role she's actually played most of her career, as she said, representing the people. It was a home run of a speech, and what we heard was her give the opening statement.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, that's what she did. Here's who I am. Here's where I come from. That's my opening of my values and who I am. Then she made the case, and she made it, as some of our experts also said, more directly, more bluntly against Donald Trump than we've heard throughout this inclusive and joyous convention. And I think she needed to do that because that's what candidates do. And so for all the joy, she hit him hard. Note legally, she spoke about January 6th, democracy, fraud. She also made a point to say something that's legally true, that he has been found legally liable for sexual abuse. That is something that fewer people have said from the main stage. That, again, is the Kamala Harris we know from being the tough prosecutor. She's the right person to say it. And then third, we got the closing argument. And that broadened back out to, we can do this together. I'm proud to be American. We're not going back, which we've heard before. And so we got in each of those chapters what you would get from her in the courtroom, and she's good at it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can I just say one other point is that if you have heard her before and you follow the some speeches she's been giving, some of it sounded familiar. But this had to be done in this way because most people at home are not watching as closely as we are. They have not heard her. And so there was stuff that harkened back to things that I had heard her say when I worked for her in the vice president's office, things that she said in her first presidential campaign, things that if you go and you look up speeches and things that she'd given in the United States Senate, like this was a speech that pulled from every single piece of her career, all of the paths that she had walked up until this moment. And I will say, she also wasn't wearing white. There were lots of folks that were wearing white tonight. When I was down there at the convention, they talked about wearing white and for Fannie Lou Hamer, this moment, the history. Vice President Harris is somebody that is not enamored with the history that she could potentially make. She's been the first in many of the things that she's done throughout her career. To me, her choice of what to wear today also said that I am about my business and that there's still work that needs to be done. And we're going to wear the white if we win.
What's interesting, when you look at the whole speech, it's like as she goes through it, she responds to her critics, right? So when you're hearing her background, and to your point, people could say, well, I heard that. What are you going to do? She then walks you through national security, foreign policy. And then when she's taking you back to January 6th, the critic who's saying, well, that's history, then she takes you forward and says, we will be guided by optimism and faith, and we're going to fight for it. So those people are leaving the room with an assignment of what they're going to do next, as opposed to the RNC. The RNC was basically like an inauguration celebration. Okay? Totally. They were like, we won this, we got this, let's go home, we're in charge now. People didn't leave the RNC with an assignment. They left the RNC like, well, we got it now. Everyone who's watched or participated, my phone is filled with people tonight saying, I am charged up, let's go do this thing. And we heard this assignment from Michelle Obama, from Oprah Winfrey, and from Vice President Harris tonight, and that's where they appear to be going for the next 70 days.
The number of people looping back to Michelle Obama's speech saying, do something. As Michelle Obama said, do something, do something. That's not the tagline they intended for the convention, but it landed. That speech was such a knockout, and it landed as her in sort of insistent call and response moment in that speech, that actually is a great thing for people to be able to take away with them as they go home.
I also just to linger on what you just said, Simone, I think it's pretty wild to think about, right? We saw the way that Barack Obama extremely deftly navigated, I mean, at a level that will be written about for 100 years hence, right, about the politics of race and becoming the first black man to be president of the United States. Even the line, like, they said it couldn't be done. It's like, well, what's it?
What is
right? But he never says it. He just says, they said it couldn't be done. It's like, okay, we get it. There was nothing in the speech tonight, if I'm not mistaken, nothing.
It's very sweet.
Not one word, not one allusion, not a hint, not anything about the epic history that would be made by Kamala Harris being the president of the United States. Not a wisp of it. And
very smart.
Even more than Obama, who was much more wink, wink, nudge, nudge about it. That they, this was like about my business. This was like none of it.
But this was, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what I heard you saying is, yeah, everybody can wear white. That's
Everyone
fine.
knows it,
Everybody
right.
can talk about what this means for history and looking back and everything. But the way we're going to make history here is by me becoming
Doing
president.
it, yes.
And I'm going to show you I
Exactly,
can be president by the fact that I basically already am president in some ways. I am vice president. I'm doing the work. This is what a president looks like. I'm going to make this as easy as possible for you to imagine because I'm already living it and doing this
Rachel
stuff.
is my translator.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah.
That is it. That is exactly it. I mean, let's just put a finer point on it. For this current Republican Party apparatus, the culture wars are not just a distraction. They are the playbook.
That's it.
And so Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, they would love nothing more than for the vice president to stand on that stage and say, elect me because you will make history.
Right.
Yeah.
She's not saying that. She's saying, elect me for all of these other reasons.
right.
Elect me because I'm decent, because I'll fight for you, because I know what needs to be done, because I respect America. She's essentially saying, elect me because I am a patriot and the other guy is not.
Yes,
And
that's exactly
what's
right.
giving people the chills.
Yes.
Because we're not having this outward you go girl moment, but all of a sudden when we least expect it, we're looking and saying, oh my gosh, our sons and daughters might live in an America where the president before them is a woman, is a black woman.
And where
no
the
one
way she
announced
got
it.
into the office is by putting an end to the political career of Donald Trump, who was the worst president in American history and who tried to overturn American democracy. And there is a person who ended it, and her name is Kamala Harris.